The game we would like to present is called The Lake. It has been created as part of a mandate carried by Gen Ed for a video game about HIV prevention in Nairobi in Kenya. The game has been made for young girls in their late adolescence, 16 to 18 years old, as they are the first victims of HIV. We choose to tell the story of a lake as our common thread. The story begins in the bedroom of Mutoni, a 16-year-old girl who is bored with her perfectly ordered life. The player plays Mutoni. She dreams of independence and new experiences, but she stays locked up in her room like many teenage girls. As the days go by, she watches from her window a puddle in a vacant lot that grows into a pond, a marsh, and finally a lake that overlays all the houses and shops in her neighborhood. This is where her adventure begins. She gets out of her room and starts to explore the place around the lake. As she goes on her excursions, guided by the lake, she meets several characters around the park, the bar, the sandwich stand, or the bookstore. Gloria becomes her best friend. She is an enterprising, self-confident person and helps Mutoni to better understand her environment. Willy Fungi also cross her path. There is also Azir, the bookstore employee who Mutoni will fall a little in love with. He has mostly come to terms with her sexes and he is funny, attractive, loves to seduce. But he is suspicious of a relationship for fear of being obsessed with them. He has been influenced by the masculinist environment he lives. He is jealous, he despises it and tries to deal with it. Thanks to these different encounters, Mutoni experiences different delicate situations related to the discovery of oneself, one's limits, and one's body. The lake remains a guide for her. It changes color and shape and discloses more paths as she evolves. Every day, when the scene ends, Mutoni goes back to the lakefront to write her experience in her diary. The demo we wish to present on site describes Mutoni's last date with Azir at the lake. As the lake is Mutoni's place of introspection, Azir physically introduces himself into this intimacy by offering her to swim. The scene examines the sensuality that results from a first sexual intercourse, but also the discomforts that can go with it. The player is forced to choose to have sex or not with Azir. The demo addresses the issue of consent, of position between desire and fear of the other, but also of uncertainties. Love and friendship, risk-taking, joy and disillusionment throughout multiple choices. It captures a crucial moment in the life of most teenagers to reflect on the consequence of the choice they make. The player cannot reverse his decision as the scene goes, but he can take side roads that confirm or deny his initial impulse. The scene reveals the discomfort or misunderstanding that can result from a first sexual intercourse and encourage teenagers not to remain in silence in front of those emotions.